another bowl game at the same time. So dual bowls for the first time. And the Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl in Shreveport, Louisiana, between 8-4 UAB and 10-2 BYU. The BYU Cougars are 7-point favorites over under 54.5. This game's 3:30 Eastern on ABC. Motivational edge here. I think you could argue that UAB has the motivational edge here. I don't see any reason why they wouldn't care in this bowl. Meanwhile, BYU, all they did was beat a bunch of Power 5 teams, dominate the Pac-12, and get pushed out by one spot from a New Year's Six bowl by Utah, who BYU beat early in the season. BYU came out and said, we came up a half yard short, was what I think the AD had. And we were stopped on the 1.5 yard line, or the half yard line, I think he said. So they obviously, I think, are a little disappointed to be not playing in a bigger bowl.
And now you're in Shreveport. Sure. Now you're in Shreveport, right? I mean, I've been there. I went to an Arkansas-Missouri bowl game. This is not what you were wishing for.
Yeah. So when I look at this game, I actually make this game under 3. So I took the 7 as soon as I saw it. The BYU defense has been really underwhelming. And they've had some injuries that have really caught up to them, but a lot of their defensive metrics are extremely poor. This is going to be strength on strength when BYU has the ball. BYU's offense has been excellent all year. Their defense is not. UAB, their defense is very good, and their offense is middling. I really like Dylan Hopkins. He's played a lot better at quarterback since taking over. Dwayne McBride is a monster. One of the best backs in the country you've never heard of, but I don't think he's going to play. I haven't found out any information. He was in a walking boot like a month ago. He's incredible. I mean, he's averaging 6.5 yards per carry in conference play. He's awesome. So the BYU run D is very bad, and their defensive line can get pushed around. McBride could have a huge day here, but I don't know if he's going to play. I do like Hopkins. I do think he can move the ball here. I think this is, closer to a coin flip game, motivational edge UAB. I took the 7 with no hesitation. Wouldn't be surprised if UAB won this game outright. I would love if McBride would play, but I can't get any info on it. But I would probably guess no. But there hasn't been anything out there yet. But I'm rolling with your Blazers in Shreveport. Are you going back to the well here with your boys?
Yeah, I'm with you. I took them earlier today. I was waiting on Dwayne McBride news. Also, I've got I like it when you and I send our birds in flight to try to get some information back, like we're Lord Varys off of Game of Thrones. We're trying to get some information here. What's going on? Dwayne McBride, once we figure out his status, the line's going to move. And if he's playing, it's going to come down. So I like UAB already. Let's go ahead and take it. I don't think if he's not playing, I don't think it's going to end up in it going through 7 to 7.5 on a BYU team. So I think it's good if you want UAB, you're going to get it before that news comes out. His backup, Jermaine Brown, had 3 TDs to end the season. I believe that was against UTEP, but he does not have the ability to create missed tackles or break away after contact like McBride. Dwayne McBride, 4.8 yards after contact. Brown, just 3.2. So that shows you, the drop off here that we got at running back. It's a pretty big deal. So it came in at 7 on UAB. Really, the BYU defense has struggled. They struggle in success rate. They're outside the top 100 in stuff rate. They're 87th in tackling. They're allowing.
I was shocked how bad I was looking at these advanced metrics. It was bad.
It's not the team from last year at all. And so, the big handicap in this game is that BYU is not stopping explosive plays, and they're near dead last in passing downs. Now, what does that mean? UAB quarterback Dylan Hopkins, who came on the scene and threw some bombs last year, has been so good and taken over the starting position that Tyler Johnson is now in the portal. That's how much Hopkins has this job, secured. UAB is 13th in passing downs explosiveness. Hopkins, he takes over in game 4 against Tulane, and he ends the season on a 15-6 TD to INT ratio. That's going to eat BYU's lunch. The BYU offense runs 55% of the time, but for every stat that I can tell you about Tyler Algier, there's a separate UAB defensive stat that I can counter with. UAB's defense has been fantastic, per usual, under Bill Clark. BYU is highly successful in 2 areas: standard down success rate and offensive finishing drives. So the way to attack UAB is in passing downs, but that's not been the forte of BYU. So where the Blazers are weak on defense, BYU has no way to attack that. So I like UAB 6 or better. We'll see where this number floats. I saw the 6 at a sharp shop come back up to a 6.5. 6 or better for me on the Blazers. They've covered every game away from home this year, except for one. BYU, they've only covered one game away from Provo this year. So there's one team that's very familiar with being on the road. If McBride's playing, I don't know how you feel about the over under here. 55 is very key. It's a number that I project right on there at 56. I feel like UAB, because they run the ball 64% of the time, if McBride is not playing, you're going to get more Hopkins throws in first and second down. And that could lead to an over. If McBride plays, Bill Clark can, basically just bully and grind. So I'm a little undecided on the total. I'm gonna wait for McBride, but I'm definitely riding UAB no matter the news we get on the best running back in this game.
Yeah, I make it spot on there, but I agree with your take there that McBride probably does have an impact in various ways.